picking up that Excursion, and we found a Malibu that was picking up out of this yard as well. Doesn't look like we can go pick up anything or load anything ourselves, so we're at the mercy of these loaders. So sounds like they're falling behind, so we're going to be here for a while. But so I wanted to touch base. Got them campers off this morning, no issues, and it was about an hour and a half run to get back over here. We had to go back to the other side. This is like the northeast side of Baton Rouge. So we got here, got checked in. Let's come back here on the pad, and there's just trucks for days over here. See them, they're all lined up there and all over here. So just gonna sit here and wait. And sounds like the loader guy will come over and grab your paperwork and go get your cars. Just a quick update. Check this out. So everybody knows I'm not full of crap. Let it refresh. Bingo. Still on a board. $1,200. There's that F-350 I was talking about. Decided not even to mess with it. We're gonna hang out here. It's 94 degrees and humid. So we're just gonna hang out here for a while, get loaded up, and see what that looks like once we get it and what time. Right now it is 12:13. So we originally had 11 o'clock appointment, but they were running a little behind this morning on checking those units in, so I was running late, so I rescheduled it, and the next available appointments were 2 o'clock. So sounds like they're running behind schedule. I probably would have been all right, but I didn't want to show up late and then they be upset about that or something. You never know how they're going to react, and then tell me, well, I have to reschedule an appointment, and by then all the today's appointments would have probably been gone. So let's just erring on the safe side, and we rescheduled it to 2. We knew we'd be here by 2, so just hang out and check in once we get them all loaded. All right, guys. Well, we got them cars. We got that Excursion and that Malibu picked up. Took us a couple hours. We didn't get out of there until almost 4 o'clock yesterday. And we are sitting in Arkansas right now on the side of the road. What do you think we're doing? We're making money. Another level 1. He's back there doing the paperwork right now. As soon as I passed him, I knew he was going to do it. You know, I wasn't speeding or nothing, and he's sitting on the side of the road. Just went by, was cruising down the road, and all of a sudden I seen him coming up through traffic. You know, I gave him a little shit for it. I said, you know, you guys are targeting us, you know, us hot shot trucks quite a bit. Like I said, I've been getting nailed quite a bit lately with these level 1s, and he said that he was explaining that right now the federal government is requiring that every inspection they do till the end of the month right now is level 1. They have a certain amount of level 1s they need to do, and apparently they need to get caught up a little bit. So if you're on the road, I would expect getting level 1. Almost every time you get stopped. But just kind of joking with him a little bit, and he said he's just going to go right back there and write it up quick, and I'll be on my way. So you get another.
Got one on the shoulder here also.
Says you're getting another clean level 1. So is what it is, I guess. Nothing we can do about it. So we're gonna drop this. We're gonna drop this car, the Malibu, off. It's supposed to be around 5 o'clock this afternoon, and then get heading up towards northeast Nebraska to drop this excursion off. But just wanted to touch base with you guys and let you know what the DOT's up to. All right, guys. Well, we dropped off that Malibu about 2 hours ago. There's something in my eye for a second. And we just stopped to top off on fuel. So we're all full again. And we had to put air in one of the tires on that excursion. She was running flat, but figure we'll air it up, see if it holds some air. Makes it a little bit easier to get the strap to hold on that tire. 2 front tires on this thing are completely bald, like bald. So see if that holds. It'll be a little help. It'll help trying to get that thing to roll off, anyways. So I did that quick while we were in the fuel island and topped off. And I suppose some of the things that we could probably discuss would be apps, trucking apps that I use. I've been toying with a couple different apps all the time, just trying to see what works best. I took some screenshots of some of the stuff that I work. I use DriveWise. If you guys ever heard of that or tried using it, I've had pretty good luck with it. Some guys complain saying they can never get the bypass or nothing, and I get the bypass quite a bit. You know, once in a while they'll have you come in, but I get more flack driving down the road apparently than I do pulling into scale houses. So basically all these apps that we're going to discuss right now, I do pay the subscription for. They're not free apps, but you just keep track of that, you know, and that's a write-off. It's all part of doing business. Gotta spend money to make money, you know. So I use DriveWise. I have no complaints there. For a GPS, I use what's called Trucker Path. I've tried Copilot. I didn't mind that. Once in a while, though, it would kind of take you like the goofy way around, and it thinks you're the semi. Sometimes it take you weird ways, and sometimes the addresses, they wouldn't pull up right, or it would take you to the wrong area. And I just wanted to try something new, so I tried Trucker Path. It's a little bit different than most GPSs. The layout's a little bit different. I took some screenshots. We'll kind of go through them. Kind of what I see going down the road. Like, it'll tell me when the way station, like a scale house, is coming up like 30 miles in advance. But the nice part about that is it shows up as a little widget on the side of the... It'll show up as a little widget on the side of the screen, and then you can click on it. Now, when you click on that widget, it'll show you whether the scale's open or closed. It'll show the past couple hours of what it's been doing, if it's been open and then it's closing, or you know what I mean. And it also gives you the future 3 hours prediction based off the history. So you can click on this you can click on this particular scale house, and you can go through the history, and you can see the times that this thing's been open and closed all week. So, you know, and so that kind of gives you an idea of, you know, is it going to be open when I'm going through and stuff like that. Or are they just sitting in there watching the cameras and waiting for select trucks to come by and then flipping the open sign on? You know, I've seen them do that. They've done it to me when I did heavy haul. But so that's a nice feature of that. Another nice feature is down in the lower left-hand corner, it'll show the next upcoming fuel station. Your closest fuel station and the closest rest area after that. And above that fuel station, as long as you have internet signal, it'll actually tell you the price of fuel for that fuel station. Just right there, you don't have to do nothing. So that's really nice. But if you click on that fuel station, like the one we just went on, it'll be on the screenshot. It's a Pilot Flying J. You click on that, it actually tells you how many fuel, or not fuel, but how many parking stalls are there, and whether the lot's full, empty, if there's a lot. So all these parking spots and stuff like that, it tells you how many are left. If there's moderate parking left, if there's a lot of spaces left, or if the lot is full. So you know whether, if you're looking at night, you're looking for a place to ditch it, and you pull it up on that and it says the parking lot's full, don't even waste your time. When you see like the rest area is 20 miles down the road, if you've got the time, just keep on rolling. So that's a great feature, and it is, it's not cheap. It's like $100 something for the year subscription, which some guys, you know, may not want to pay that, but for all the features that this thing has, I mean, it shows you traffic, it shows you, how to get around this truck, it shows you traffic, it shows you weather, it shows, so if there's, when I'm going out west, I can zoom out on the map and along the route, and it'll show weather updates on that thing. Like if there's severe heat warnings, they show up on there, and they'll show up on your, like, it's called like the itinerary. So all that's shown, and it also shows like when you're in the mountains, it'll show where the there'll be a little icon on the road. It'll show where the downhill of a mountain starts. So if you're cruising at night, like I do a lot of times, I use that thing basically like an airplane pilot does. You know, and you're coming up over a crest of a hill and you can't see the road in front of you. You don't know what's going on. You can quick look down at that, and it's going to tell you the road's, you know, cranking off to the right, or it's cranking off to the left. So you can kind of get set up and slow down a little bit. That's a nice feature to use. So if you haven't used it, try it. You might like it. It might warrant you paying for it. It's a little bit different. It takes a little bit to get used to because it's set up different than most other GPSs. But like when you pick, I have it constantly on satellite view, so when you pick your destination, it actually will show you the truck entrance to that property, and you can adjust that. If something's wrong on that, you can edit that and move it to a different driveway. But that gives me my automatic satellite view of the property that I'm going to. So I can, okay, how many driveways are on this property? What's going to be my best way? You know, that kind of stuff. So that's a great feature to have. And like I said, if you haven't tried it, you might want to try it. It takes a little bit getting used to, but once you kind of get used to it, it's definitely a tool that I use often. one of the other apps that I've just started recently using because I'm tired of carrying this printer with me, putting fresh ink in it just to go travel across the country to turn around. I haven't printed anything off of it, and the printer cartridge is empty. Just to find out that it, through the vibrations and the heat and all this stuff, that the cartridge has like bled out inside of the printer, making a mess, and it's useless at that point. I don't carry around a bunch of cartridges. So the other app is called SignEasy, and when you get a reload, they send you over your bill of lading and your inspection reports and all that stuff in a PDF form in your email. Now, what this allows me to do is take all them PDF forms, push them over into SignEasy, and then I can electronically sign those. And I can set them up for second and third person signatures to where I sign the document, and then you click on the next person signs. And you can move them around and place them on the document where they need to be. So, and then once that's all signed, you just save them, just as you normally would. So, like on your app, what we have is we have an app for submitting our paperwork when we do deliveries. You just save all that, and you send them in just like you're sending in pictures of your toll receipts and stuff like that. It's a nice, clean document. It looks just like you had it. And it's just so much easier. It's bringing everything into the new, the 21st century. And I don't have to worry about printing documents. When customers want a copy, I can just click on the files, hit share, and I can email them files right to the customer. I don't have to, with a printer in the truck, people want copies. What are you going to do? You're going to bust out the printer then, and you're going to have to make copies of everything, and what are you going to do when your ink's out? Or if something goes wrong, a big bump here. So, that's some of the apps that I use. I'm still trying to dial that one in, though. Just kind of streamline it and get everything figured out, but it's so much easier than busting out a printer, busting out the computer, or trying to get these printers hooked up to your Bluetooth. Some of them are real finicky. You've got 5 different Wi-Fi connections going on. It's just a mess. This is real quick, real simple, and I haven't had anybody say anything negative or complain about it. It's just real simple, really easy. When you hit a signed document, a little box pops up that you just take your finger, do your signature, and then hit save. Boom! It's right on the middle of the screen. You grab it and just slide it down to customer signature on the bill of lading, and there you go. So, if you haven't tried any of them, I suggest try them out. See if you like them. It's made my life a lot easier. I have no complaints. So, give it a try. Alright guys, well, here she is. Tire seems to be holding there. So that's nice. We're about an hour from our delivery. We ran out of hours, but we're in Nebraska, up northeast Nebraska. Some little town. Figured we'd show you this real quick. I didn't get a chance to video the car. I'm just trying to scoot along and get these done so we can try to make it back for the weekend back home. So the plan is we're going to dump this off. Which ain't too bad for picking her up at a record yard. We're going to dump that off tomorrow morning and start heading home. Couple nice trucks